Hello. Do you believe that when you ask a question to a generative AI like ChatGPT, it looks for the answer in some secret database? Actually, that's not how it works. Every time you talk to a generative AI, it does something much more curious. It tries to guess what the next words will be. And the question that remains is, how can a simple guessing game produce answers that seem like they were written by an expert? That's what we're going to try to understand today, based on an article published by the University of Central Florida. The link is in the description of this video. The article explains that models like ChatGPT are examples of large language models, or LLMs. They don't store ready-made answers for each question. During training, they analyze billions of texts and learn statistical patterns of language. When you ask a question, the model calculates what the most likely next piece of text is. Then it calculates the next one, and then the next, and so on. It's literally a gigantic sequence of mathematical predictions, those so-called statistical guesses. But there's an interesting detail. AI doesn't work exactly with words, it works with tokens. A token can be a whole word or just a part of it. Before any processing, all the text is broken down into these small blocks. It's on these that a deep neural network performs its probabilistic calculations. That's why, when we talk about usage cost or the context limit of an AI, we're almost always referring to the number of tokens, not the number of words.
So does that mean this so-called generative AI spends all day playing what's the next word? And there are still people calling this cutting-edge technology?
That's not quite it. Now, here's an important consequence. If the AI's goal is to predict the most probable text, then its goal isn't to discover the truth. These two things are different, and the difference matters. That is precisely the reason why those famous hallucinations occur. Sometimes the AI fabricates entirely a reference, an author, or even an entire fact, simply because that specific sequence of text seems statistically convincing. As one of the researchers interviewed by the university summed it up this way: language models, at the most fundamental level, just predict the next token. They don't care about what's true. Understanding this can change the way we use tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot. They are extraordinary for generating text, summarizing information, speeding up our work, and even expanding our knowledge, but they are still probabilistic models. They are not divine oracles. If you enjoy this kind of topic, like the video and subscribe to the channel Dado A Intender. This really helps the channel keep publishing content like this, without hype, but with serious curation. See you in the next video.